Aren't we just so happy for them?
Well, I'm just telling the whole story.
We're just so happy for them. We just want Christine to be happy. That's what we want.
Yes.
Right? I mean, he's not just dealing with Christine moving on. He's also dealing with Mary finally saying she's done and what's going on with Janelle and the issues with the kids and stuff. That's been really hard for him too.
But this wedding is happening is really none of my business at this point. Christine doesn't need my permission, anything like that.
Hey friends, it's Kody from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. I hope you're having a wonderful day. There was an interesting component in the last episode of Sister Wives, and I think it is very telling because it speaks to just in how incredibly Kody is so narcissistic. And every single week, he just continues to demonstrate to all of us that he's a narcissist. But it's about his kids. And what he says about his kids. And again, he's trying to like be all benevolent about how much he loves his kids and that reunification and the door is always open, but then puts an obstacle in the way like he always does. And that obstacle is Robin. It's the newest fight, the new fight. So if you recall, they fought for several years about how, some of the boys and kids in the family blamed Robin for creating COVID rules, which ultimately divided the family and kept people separated. But these rules were just one. I would describe COVID in the family not as the reason why the family broke up. It was like the final straw that broke the camel's back. When you have been pretending to be a united family for so many years and then you don't have to pretend anymore and you get space from your abusive husband or father to see the truth, suddenly your head isn't scrambled up all the time by their word salad, gaslighting, deflection, manipulation, and you realize, "Hey, I can do this by myself. I don't need him. I don't want this. I'm not happy. Wait a minute, I'm happier without him." That's what Christine said happened with her. So, COVID was the straw that broke the camel's back per se, but it wasn't why the family broke up. But Kody spent years during that process scapegoating COVID or using COVID as sort of this straw man argument that was meaningless in the scope of the family. It was just one more example of how Kody uses division within his family with his children. And the children all said that they can't handle Kody and how he treats people, and Robin always playing the victim and running to Kody and weaponizing them so that she can get what she wants. And then Kody always picks her. Garrison said that she will always be the victim. She twists everything up in her mind and will always be the victim. Okay. He said that before he died. So for Kody, his ability to stay relevant in the family is dwindling. Honestly, if you watch the show today, he doesn't have a family. It is Kody and Robin. That's it. He doesn't interact with or talk to anyone else. There has been no scenes of Kody seeing any of his kids except for when he went to Gwendolyn's engagement party. That's the only time and he saw McKelty and the babies. Other than that, nothing. There's nothing. In fact, there hasn't even been a scene of him seeing his daughter Truly, who he's fighting for custody in the state of Utah for. This man went a long time, like years, not seeing that girl or barely seeing her. And now he's going to pretend like he wants to see her. And what I find disturbing here is that if you're a caring father, okay, you're a caring father, and you have a child that is a minor that you care about and you want to make sure is safe, you would probably do what was in your power to get to know the spouse of or the partner of your ex so that you knew the kind of person that your child was going to be around. You would take the time to know who they are, what they're about, their character, if there's any red flags, all those things, right? You would also want to trust your ex partner to make a good choice for a spouse or a partner. But at the same time, you would take an active initiative in knowing who that person is. You don't get a say. You don't get to say no or yes or no, but at least you would have a understanding and you wouldn't just have to be like going off, trust me, bro, right? But Kody has taken no initiative to even know David. And his lack of parenting is obvious to me because he says, I've only met David once. In the entire year Christine and David were together, he only met him once, knows nothing about him, and his minor daughter truly is living with him. Please tell me, is that a father that actually is engaged or knows anything about what's going on in Truly's life? No. It shows me that he wasn't seeing Truly, knows next to nothing about what's going on with Truly, and doesn't care about Truly and is now only fighting for Truly to be a jerk. And Truly appeared very happy in this episode. She appears to have a good relationship with David. She appears to be doing just fine after the initial issues and the adjustments with the relationship. So, what is he fighting for? But let's see what he had to say.
It's a real different world, the world that I have with Robin and our children. So that's the view from our deck.
Oh, so pretty.
It's kind, it's pleasant, it's beautiful. It's small. I gotta admit this, I think I need a lot of attention. It's been different to be in a place where I don't get as much attention.
As Cody's moving on from the anger side of it, right? And he's doing more of this reflecting, which I think is all fake. I think that this whole new, I'm so pleasant and I'm so easy to deal with and everything is fine and I'm moving forward. Kody is fake. I think this is all fake for the camera. Okay. I don't think that this is behind the scenes how he's acting because narcissists are very good at lying. But when he talks about what his life is like now, right? He doesn't talk about what's left him or the people that have left him. He doesn't talk about missing the people and why he misses them. He talks about missing the attention that he received as a result of having 4 wives and all of these kids clamoring for his attention, giving him praise, accolades, worshiping the ground he walks on. He's not viewing the children that have left and are estranged from him as people. He's viewing them as attention. You know, I think it's interesting because last season Kody said that Janelle never saw his humanity. He claimed she treated him like a piece of meat. Would it be fair to say that when you're discussing your children, whom if you don't say a child's name, there's no way for the child to differentiate between who you're talking about, by the way. So when you lump all your kids together and you say children, that would include Truly, okay? And you say, I don't miss them, I miss the attention. What does that say about what that person meant to you? They weren't a person, they were someone that praised you. They were an object, right? They were supply. According to Wikipedia, narcissists need attention from others, also known as narcissistic supply, to support their fragile egos and unstable self esteem. Without this attention, they may feel like they are dying, either physically or metaphorically. So they require coddling and flattery constantly. They need it to survive. Psychology Today says that if you are dealing with a narcissist, the best way to handle them and their need for attention is not to engage with them unless you have to. Do not respond to emails, text message, phone calls, or social media messages. Go full no contact if you can, or at least insist on communicating via email or text message so you have proof of what was said. They might attempt to send a message saying, whoops, wrong person, accidentally tag you on Facebook, pocket dial you by accident. Any response, even a friendly response to a question, could allow the narcissist to believe that they are still desired. If you can't block them, either ignore them or answer with predetermined responses such as, please leave me alone, or I will only discuss matters of custody with you. The moment a conversation veers off the approved topic or into attacks, end it. Narcissists who don't get coddling or flattery from their supply will then become angry at their former supply and start a smear campaign against those that have called them out. So Kody is so textbook narcissistic that he's only viewing his children as his supply. He demands a lot of attention and he's saying, I only miss the attention I had. That would hurt if you're a child of a narcissist. And Frankly, it appears that many of these kids are going no contact and have gone through therapy, and that's a good thing. But let's continue.
But my children will always be my children, and the door will always be open to them. They have got to come through that door. I'm going to be holding a hand out for that, but I'm going to be holding this hand that's next to me, and I won't let go of that hand. I will not cut off Robin to have a relationship with my children.
Okay, he says the door is always open to his children. They can always come back at any time, which how do you come back into a situation where he has given you all of these rules that you have to follow in order to have a relationship with him, and that he will then refuse to have any accountability, any level of accountability, and they have to come to him, not the other way around. By the way, when he is saying this, it's 2023. He has a minor child that lives in Utah. So he is saying to Truly, you can have a relationship with me, but you have to make the effort to see me and you have to accept Robin. Otherwise, you don't get to have a relationship with me. Because when you say children, you're referencing all of your children, regardless of where you stand. You know what? You're even referencing McKelty, who had been on your side. You're referencing Isabel, who was worried about having a relationship with you. You're referencing Aspen. You're referencing all of these kids, some of which haven't said anything negatively about you publicly, really. So when you put them all in one category, you're telling all of them that the relationship doesn't exist unless you accept this or else. And here's the thing, this sounds a lot like what Kody did to Janelle. Do you remember that? He said, it's me or the boys. You're either going to let the boys live here or I'm gone. If you want to be with me, you need to kick the boys out. Now, with him, with Robin and the kids, it's you either need to accept the relationship with Robin or I'm not going to have a relationship with you. And he sets these goalposts knowing full well that the argument here is around his relationship with Robin, her behavior towards them, his behavior towards them, and he knows full well that it's a goalpost that they can never achieve because it's just a list of things they have to do. It's the new item on the list. And he knows full well they're not going to accept her. So, it's a empty it's an empty invitation because there's no meaning behind it. It will never happen. He will never accept the kids back. They will never come back. And he knows that. And it's just a way for him to take the easy way out without taking any accountability. Kody doesn't want to talk to his kids because they're going to force him to deal with his behavior, his actions, how he mistreated them, the neglect, the financial neglect, the abuse, all of the above, the verbal abuse, all the things that he has said. And so he's not going to want to have a relationship with them. But again, I want to be sort of transparent about something because it's a lot like Janelle. You can't have a relationship with someone that doesn't want to have a relationship with you. So if there are children in his life that have already made clear that they don't want to see him and have a conversation with him or do anything with him or know him or be involved with his life or him or anything about him until he takes accountability, then and only then this idea that they're going to walk through the door to have a relationship with him is null and void. It's not going to happen. The kids have already said we don't want to talk to you. And then he's saying, "Well, you can come here and I'll talk to you as long as you deal with Robin." He doesn't have to do anything, and then he's making it seem like he's being this benevolent father saying the door is always open when the fact is they're the ones that shut the door. And can you blame them? I can't blame them. Even if they have a problem with Robin and the way that Robin behaves and how she herself has triangulated and is always playing the victim, Kody is all like pitting them against each other. So it makes it impossible for all of them to even have a relationship. Because even if they were to come back, he would then create chaos and fights between them all anyway. And this is where it gets complicated. Is the reason why he doesn't want to get rid of Robin is because Robin is his supply and she's the one that gives him all of the attention that he wants, right? Same with her kids. But if he's not getting attention from other sources and that's all the supply he gets, he can't live without chaos and causing conflict. And if he can't have access to creating conflict with the kids that he had that are adults or with Truly or with Christine or with Janelle, he's going to cause it with Robin. Now, he 100% could be causing a conflict in the custody fight because it gives him an opportunity to gain access to a supply and pick a fight and triangulate again and appear superior and, appear like he's winning and he's the best father. It's all for appearances, by the way. He's not a good father. So his choices here are not altruistic. They're not benevolent. He's not a good man. And the poor kids that have to hear this. So it's different than having you hear a dad say, "You're a jerk." And by the way, he did say that last season. They're all jerks. I don't want to talk to them. I'm tired of them. On the tell all, he said that he would punch them in the mouth if they spoke about Robin. So he's going to punch his kids in the mouth if they speak about Robin. So why are they going to go over to his house? Last year you said you were going to punch them all in the mouth, and now this year you're like, "I'll have a relationship with you. Sure, come on over, but you have to come to me and you have to accept Robin." He doesn't know how to mediate. He doesn't know how to live without disharmony and chaos, and he is a horrible, despicable father. And this episode, more than any, proved to me that his fight about Truly is all fake, it's vindictive, and it's in revenge. Because no time in this entire season have I seen him give two craps about Truly at all. And that's not at all how an engaged father responds or engages with other people or cares about their children. If your child is a minor, you take an active role in their life. You are a part of the decision making for school, for what they do in their activities, how they manage their social media or not having social media. You're in charge of their life and guiding their life. And in no time in this entire season has Kody done anything to guide anyone but himself and make decisions for himself and boss around Robin and her kids and make them remind them that, that's his family now. So, what are your thoughts about all of this? I would love to hear what you have to say. Leave some comments below. If you're brand new here or if you're watching these videos all the time and haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button on the way out. Give the video a thumbs up and make sure to hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.